Hi everyone, my name is Veronica and I am your conscious manifesting coach based in Chicago. I am so happy to be filming this podcast for you today. If you would like your question answered on a future podcast, it's so simple. Download the Anchor app, find me at Veronica Isles, and send me a voice note. And I promise to answer all questions without judgment and to help you for free. Now, some of these questions you might find taboo or unusual topics, but that's okay. I'm here to help everyone. So I hope your question is answered today. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, I have paid coaching available at veronicaisles.com. You can also learn more about me there. Okay, so let's get to it. Question number 1.
Hi, Veronica. Thank you so much. I have been dating my ex for 2 years. We broke up in October. This is our second breakup. The first breakup, I managed to manifest him back, and he was better. But my fear got to me, and he broke up with me again in October. And I somehow can't seem to get my mental diet on point. I've been trying the what if techniques that you've been giving. Could you please advise what else that I could do? I know it's me who needs to do the changes, but what else would you recommend? Thank you. And I do really love him.
First, I want to say I'm sorry to hear about your breakup. The fact that you manifested him before, that shows a lot. It shows that you can do it again. It's total proof. Now, this time actually isn't harder. It may seem harder, it may seem trickier, it may seem more overwhelming, but it's only because you're in this moment. So it's time to get calm and to realize that you're a manifester. You're manifesting things all the time. There is no level of hard or needing odds in your favor. Everything is in your favor. Everything is rigged in your favor. Now, don't get mad at yourself that the fear got to you and that he broke up with you. I know you would have preferred it not to have happened. But this is a time to learn, it's a time to grow, so don't resent this time. This time will come to an end faster and you'll be together with him again faster if you can embrace this moment as a time for personal growth. Now, try to not get mad at yourself because you can't seem to get your mental diet in check. That's okay. You don't have to be perfect to manifest him. It's great that you're trying things like the what if technique. That is a great way to release resistance. But again, I think that overall it's about trying, it's about making an effort. Even if you feel like it's not enough, even if you feel like it's not really going to work, the fact that you're still doing it, that's what counts. Now, in your question, you seem to sort of hint at this idea of almost blaming yourself. Like the way that you mentioned that you know it's you that has to change. Yes, it is you that has to change. But you also need to be your own best friend within this. Again, you want to attract him to love you. So you need to sort of show that unconditional love to yourself first. It's time to not blame yourself because it hasn't worked yet, or because he broke up with you again, or the fact that you feel like you're not doing well enough in terms of your mental diet. Embrace yourself anyway, love yourself anyway, see yourself as perfect, as capable of achieving miracles. Now, the fact that you love him, connect with that love, let it drive you, but also feel love in return. Feel yourself receiving it. Give yourself the love. You may not be able to force him to love you right now, and don't even try, that won't work. But you can grant yourself love. You have the power to do that, to be really good to yourself. Even give yourself a break from trying so hard. I think honestly mental diets come together when you stop trying so hard to control your thoughts. Just kind of let it be, let it feel very sweeping, let it feel very effortless. Do the best you can. Praise yourself for those moments where you are feeling absolutely aligned and on fire, just connected with love. Do things for yourself that make you feel good. That is what is going to get you in this energy to receive. But again, you can do this, and you've even proved it to yourself that you can do this. Say to yourself, this time it's going to be forever. This time, when I manifest him, I'm going to feel secure. I'm not going to be afraid of anything. I'm going to feel secure and I'm just going to enjoy it. And I'm going to allow him to love me. All right, so let's get to question number 2.
Hi, Veronica. First of all, I'd like to say I love all your YouTube videos and you're such an amazing person to be able to help individuals out. I just have a quick question regarding a SP. I was able to see my SP on New Year's Eve and then I texted him the following day and he basically told me I was the whole package and that I should focus on someone who wants the whole package because this year he was going to focus on himself. He's told me similar things before, where he feels like he might not necessarily deserve me, and I'm just not really sure what to do at this point. He's gone away and come back a couple times, and sometimes I'll let him come back naturally, or other times I'll reach out to him, but it's always been like a couple weeks or a couple months, and I'm just not really sure what to do at this point. Any advice you could possibly give me and others in this situation is greatly appreciated.
So I'm happy to help and I'm so glad you like the videos. Now, in attracting a specific person, I think a lot of people can relate to being told such a thing. Almost like the other person isn't ready to commit to the same level that you are. Almost like they don't feel worthy of you, or that they think that you're too good for them, or that you deserve someone better. I know I had been told things like that before in the past when I used to struggle in terms of relationships. And it is possible for him to arrive at the level you need him to be at in order to truly love you, in order to truly give you the kind of love that you want, the kind of relationship you want. I wouldn't argue with him if he says that you should focus on someone else. Just kind of let him say that. Let him work through that. Offer no resistance. Let him talk these feelings out because they're his feelings. They're valid. They may not be things you agree with, but just let them be. Don't protest, and definitely don't protest in your mind. That's not going to be the way you resolve this. The way you resolve this is by giving him space, giving him the freedom to grow. If he said he wanted some time to work on himself, that's okay. Imagine that he's working towards you, not working farther away. When someone says they need some time and they need some space, I think a lot of times people fear that that is like it. That you're never going to see this person again, they're just sort of backing away from you, and that, it's the exact opposite of what you want, but try not to see it in a fearful way. Instead, give him his space, and during this time, I would work on being able to align with this idea of mutual love. This idea of the person that you love the most being able to actually love you in return. Being able to give you the kind of love that you deserve. If you're the whole package, well, he can absolutely give you that love. He can arrive at that place, but give him the space to get there. And believe that he can. So instead of rehashing, what he said, or the fact that he floats in and out of your life, or he's hinted at not deserving you, let's stop replaying those things and let's just get to the core of what we want, which is to be loved. I would use some time working on yourself, being able to have the love you want, which is implying him, but it's not specifically naming him. So it's almost like you take back the power. It's all about you. Your life is all about you anyway. So it is time to believe that he can surprise you one day and say, I am ready to be your everything. I am so sorry it took me so long, but I'm finally ready to be with you in the way that you deserve, and I know I can make you the happiest person in the world. I would think of a very calming statement like that and just let it be. In the meantime, work on yourself. Do other things that make you happy. Form other goals. And let him come to you. Know that he can, know that he will. All right, so let's get to question number 3.
Hi Veronica, thanks a lot for your work and everything that you do. I really appreciate it. My specific person is someone who I've never met before, who I met on a dating app. He stays in a different country from me. He's a very successful guy who has a lot of girls behind him. We try to plan meeting up, but every time we try to plan a meet up, it doesn't go through. It's been 4 months now. I'd like to manifest a relationship and marriage with him. However, I also want to manifest meeting him as soon as possible and want to stand out and be the only girl for his eyes. How do I do this? Please, can you help me? Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
Okay, so I think that this is a good question for anyone that is feeling the threat of potential competition, especially when your specific person is popular. They are someone who is successful. They are someone who has, many, many women pursuing them. There really is no competition. You do not have any competition. It is your world, your creation. You can be anything to him. So who do you want to be? You want to be the one that he meets in person, the one that he chooses, the one that he puts a ring on your finger. You want to be that girl. You can be. You have to see yourself as the chosen one, as the special one, as the one that your guy chooses to be with. And I would look past all of these struggles. You met him for a reason on this dating app. You haven't met in person yet, but that's okay. That'll come. I would envision a lot of scenes that signify that you have reached this point of success in your relationship, because that would imply you would have obviously had to have met in person. I wouldn't get hung up on the fact that all of the meetings seem to have fallen through already. I feel like your brain can kind of fixate on this and say, well, how on earth is a relationship and marriage going to happen when we haven't even met? Or how on earth is this going to happen when he has so many other girls to choose from? And then you start comparing yourself. Then we go down this rabbit hole where you are far, far away from connecting to the true love of what you ultimately want. It's pure, it's true. You just want to live happily ever after with this person and create a life together and to not have to worry about competition. Now, you can be the most special. And again, it's not about who is the most physically beautiful or who's the smartest or who has this or that, the perfect body. So don't compare yourself to other people. Instead, feel yourself unique and perfect and one of a kind. I would forgive him for the fact that plans have fallen through so far. That's okay. Try to not look at that as a bad omen or get angry or frustrated. I mean, I know that's disappointing, but again, we don't want to get so attached to this moment, this frustration, that it never actually comes to be. I want you to imagine what it would be like to go out on dates, to just be in person with this person. I want you to also imagine telling someone else, you know what, we're together. He's put a ring on my finger. He asked me to marry him. I try to bounce around with different imaginations, different visuals, different sensations. But I would mostly make this about you. Take his face out of the picture, especially when it's causing resistance, it's causing all these ideas like, oh my gosh, there's all these other girls. We want to release this resistance and make this completely about you getting to be with the person of your dreams, getting to be with someone who is amazing, the person of your choosing, the person you have selected. And really grant yourself the ability to have this kind of life without struggle, without obstacles. Just let it come to you. Now, this is about feelings. It's also about being diligent in recognizing when you're trying to indulge in those bad feelings and feeling sorry for yourself. The human mind loves to play the victim. Loves to harp on those sorts of things and if people feel sorry for you. So really listen for that ego mind that is trying to hold you back. But again, he's just a person. He's not a superhuman god. He doesn't have to be with any other girl but you. You can be the one. Start seeing yourself as that special and start treating yourself that special too. Treat yourself really, really well. watch the types of things that you say to yourself. Okay, so I hope that this could help. Thank you so much to all three of you for submitting these lovely questions. I hope that this could help inspire everyone. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, veronicaisles.com. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.